Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Alberta. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to your motivational bestie. I know I've stepped away for a little bit. There's been some traveling. I'm not even home. I'm away right now, but I definitely wanted to seize the moment, to seize the opportunity to be sure that I stop in to talk to you and just to connect and to communicate on the things of importance. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. This channel is really about encouraging, inspiring one another, and really propelling others forward onto what's next. What are you up to and what's next? And how you're going to achieve that together by really standing in the space of doubt, uncertainties, fears, but just to really stand together and move forward. So welcome. I'm excited that you're here. This channel have been growing and it's exciting, the people that I get to connect with. I thank you. You know I never take it for granted that you allow me the space to be in your living room, in your kitchen, your parlor, wherever, and just really to hear the things that I have to share and the things that I'm learning and growing. And as you participating and as you're fueling the conversation into the what's next. So today I definitely wanted to stop in and just really keep my Sunday afternoon commitment of our chat. It's usually in the backyard. However, this time around it's not. And I'm still excited about the opportunity to be in your, in your space and to be able to communicate with you. I went back, for some of you that have heard or have been part of the channel, one of my favorite books is A Mountain Is You, because it really it taught me a lot. That was one of the books that I picked up early in the year, and I've gone back and forth to really rereading it. And in one of the class that I belong in, it's a trading class, and one of the books that we have reading is A Mountain Is You as a starting book, because I think it allows people to really see what that means and how that mountain it could be you oftentimes. So I really want to just a little synapse of the book and the things that I've gotten to share with you, because I don't just want to tell you to go ahead and read books and do all these things as is. We're entering July, and not for you to hear what I'm getting and the things that I'm growing. And one of the things in the mountain is just a little breezy out here. This is how to tell if you're in a self-sabotaging cycle. Because oftentimes we could be in that, and it's something that could be happening to someone, but yet knowing how to tell and how to decipher through that is important, because it allows you just to really see, okay, what is next for me? How am I allowing this? How am I preventing this going forward? And just all the things, what's the part that I take in it? And it says one of the first questions is, you're more aware of what you don't want than what you do. Let's pause on that one. You're more aware of what you don't want than what you do. Is that you? I know there's been time I have been in a space where I know what I don't want. And until this day, I know what I don't want. But sometimes it would be harder to find out what is it that I do want. I'm not in that space right now. I know exactly what I want and the things that I'm standing for and praying for and looking forward to and creating in my life, because I don't just think things fall into your lap. You have to be part of it and be an active participant. So think about that. You are more aware of what you don't want than what you do. Another how to tell if you're in a self-sabotaging cycle: you care more about convincing other people you're okay than actually being okay. Let me say that again. You care more about convincing other people that you are okay than being okay. I'm gonna let that one marinate, because sometimes we want to put a good face, want to show up looking like things are okay when things aren't. So that's a way of being in a self-sabotaging cycle. Well, another one is your main priority in life is being liked, even if that comes at the expense of being happy. This one is kind of sad, you know? And I'll read it again. Your main priority in life is being liked, you know? And to be honest, I would put that like in quote, because are you really being liked? Even if that comes at the expense of being happy. Because deep down, if you're not liking what you're seeing and what you're doing in the space that you're occupying and are at, it's a false happiness, it's a false sense of security. So those are ways that we could tell if we're in a self-sabotaging cycle. And another one, it says you're more afraid of your feelings than anything else. How many times you fall into that? You're more afraid of your feelings. Your feelings should be able to alert you and be present to it and deal with it and learn how to decipher through what it is you're feeling. However, sometimes you're more afraid of your feelings than anything else. That's when you're in a self-sabotaging cycle. Another one, you blindly chasing goals without asking yourself why you want these things. Oh my goodness, so many women I speak with that tells me, Alberta, I want this, I'm chasing, I'm going after it. Without asking yourself, why do you want these things? What is it gonna do? Do you really need to accumulate so much stuff? Is it self-sabotaging? Is that the cycle that you're in? Really think about that one, Look at your life, take an inventory of what's really there for you. And another one, it says you're treating your coping mechanism as the problem. This coping mechanism, you can treat that as a problem when you know it's not the problem. It's not the coping mechanism that's the problem. You are in a self-sabotaging cycle. That's what that is. So being able to identify these things, being able to heal them, that should alert you if you are in that cycle. It's not to shame, it's not to make anyone feel bad, but it's to really recognize what is really happening. Because by knowing that, by being able to identify that, that's where empowerment comes from, And another one, number 7, it says you value your doubt more than your potential. Ouch. How many times that's the case? You valuing your doubt. Your doubt hinders you, but you value it so much more than your potential that you don't chase, you don't go after the very thing that you know you should be doing or want to do or desire to do. Your doubt. Doubts will creep in. It's inevitable. That's part of life. But what are you doing about these doubts? What are you doing as a result of these doubts? Are they more valuable than your very own potential of what could be created? Think about that, my friends, because that's going to happen. That's when you're in a self-sabotaging cycle. We sabotage ourselves, by valuing our doubts more than our potential. Number 8, you're trying to care about everything. Think about that one. You are trying to care about everything. Yeah, it's important to things matter, but you can't handle and try to care about everything and forget who you are, lose out of yourself, lose out of doing the very best for yourself. Sometimes you might need to pause. Okay, this matters, but I'm going to have to put this aside. I'm going to have to put this to rest so I can focus on the bigger things, the more important things. We're coming to the end of it. It says you are waiting for someone else to open a door, offer approval, or hand you the life you have been waiting for. I'm going to read that one again, okay? You are waiting for someone else to open a door, offer approval, or hand you the life that you have been waiting for. Is that you? Is that what you're waiting for? That's a self-sabotaging cycle. You don't need to wait. Doors will open or close, but you don't need to wait. Take action. Get out of the self-sabotaging cycle. Last but certainly not least, you don't realize how far you've come. When we're in a self-sabotaging cycle, we don't realize it. The efforts, you don't see it because you're in this cycle, round and round and round. I really want to encourage you. I wanted to come and talk about this because it's a reality for a lot of people. You know, pause this video, take your time, digest it, go through it, realize, okay, which one speaks to me? And if you feel this, oh, if this one feels a little, it stings a little, perhaps it's an area you need to look at, you know? Perhaps it's an area you need to look at. I just want us to continue to stay vigilant, stay present, stay active in what it is that's there for us, and what can we do, you know? It's almost July, you know, tomorrow is July 1st. So I want for you to achieve the very things that you're up to. It is achievable, but it's a challenge if you're in a self-sabotaging cycle. I wanted us to have this conversation, for you to get present to what cycle am I on? What cycle am I in right now? Is it a self-sabotaging one? Because if it is, you got to take action. Get out of that space and move forward. You don't need the approval. There's nothing to wait on or wait for. There's action to be taken. There's goals to fuel. There's potential, you know, to see realized. It's all available to you. It's all possible. You got to get out of the cycle if that's where you're at. I know because I've been there. I recognize a lot of these traits that I read, and that's why I wanted to share this with you, because it's not uncommon. It can happen. And just because if you're not in a self-sabotage, you have been or could be potentially, just be vigilant, be present, be mindful of the things that matters, so you can take the necessary action to keep yourself moving forward. You are not stuck. You are very much able and capable. And I'm here to fuel you forward, to encourage you, to let you know that there's so much goodness and it's happening. You just got to stay active, stay motivated, stay present, and know that you're not alone. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Please do share, like, subscribe, and let's hear it in the comment. Which one? How can you get out of it? I can certainly share more insights with you as I've learned and have grown in various areas of my life. I want us to stay in this dialogue, and let's continue this conversation. It's great to see you again. Thank you for tuning in. You have a great rest of the day. Please do share, like, subscribe, and comment. Bye-bye.